Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Pod Strickland. I'm your host, Shwin and Prez. This is episode 300. I am joined, as always, by my co-host Prez. That is at _Presidente on Twitter. Prez, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Just hanging in there. About to go on vacation soon, so may or may not be 1 foot out the door in terms of my work, my podcasts, my writing, my draft content. So I'm doing all right.
Off-season Prez, fully
off-season Prez.
Jet setting LA, now Mexico. Who knows
That's
where
right.
he'll end up next. But we are joined by first-time guest of the pod. I don't think he's a stranger to anybody. It is the Kid Mero. Mero, how are you doing?
Hey, Shwin, happy to be here. Prez, happy to be here. First time, long time. Listen to you guys a long time. Very fortunate to have the call, make the show. Very, very happy now.
Are you driving right now on the Major Deegan?
I'm on the BQE, bro. It's like, it's jammed up. It's crazy out here. But hey, let's talk Knicks. Since I'm sitting here on my fucking couch, my couch on wheels here, sitting on the LIE, going nowhere.
Oh my God. We are going to talk Knicks. But before we do that, I have to make a few announcements. The first, which is very, very exciting, is that BetOnline is your number one source for all your basketball info, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds and lines and the latest matchup reports for this year's NBA playoffs, which no longer includes the Lakers of LeBron James, sucker. BetOnline is your sports intel headquarters this season, as we have you covered for all your insider sports wagering needs, from basketball, MLB, NHL, hockey, golf to UFC and boxing. The fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your home. Get into the action today. So head to the website or use your mobile device to join, and be sure to use our promo code BLEAV, BLEAV, to receive your 50% bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts. A few other announcements. The Strickland has an Instagram. Check that out. That is at strict.land on Instagram. We're posting all kinds of new content on there. Strickland also has a YouTube channel where you may be watching this podcast. If you are, please hit like and then subscribe to the channel. That'd be a huge help to us. The Strickland also has merchandise, which I'm not wearing any of today, but there's plenty of great stuff on there. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats. There's even water bottles, RJ Barrett water bottles, if you're into that kind of thing. And then finally, the Strickland has a Patreon, which you can subscribe to. There are a number of different tiers. There's a $6 tier that gets you access to Pod Strickland, this podcast that I host every Friday with Prez. You also get access to the Strickland Mailbag, hosted by Andrew Steele, a.k.a. Doug, a.k.a. the Doug Bag, alongside Dallas Amico. That comes out every other week. You also get access to the Strickland Discord, where the conversation never stops. There are further tiers. There is a $9 tier that gets you access to Strick and Roll, my solo pod, where I rant and rave about the Knicks even more. You also get access to wonderful premium articles by Matthew Miranda, the recap god. That's wonderful. And then you also have access to more tiers. There's a $15 tier, $30 tier, $50 tier, and $100 tier. Those come with a variety of additional benefits, like listening on our pod recordings, merchandise discounts, and even potentially co-hosting a podcast alongside yours truly one day, whether you choose to subscribe or not. None of this would be possible without you. So without further ado, let's get started. Mero, talk to us a little bit about your drive on the BQE today.
I'm not a big fan of the BQE. I like to, but hey, I mean, it's either take my Ford Explorer on the BQE or take the goddamn train. So, that decision made itself. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? All right, let's do this. Obviously, the Knicks, I think we all agree they had a very fun, successful season.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we are prone to do, it's the offseason, so we got to think about how.
It's fucking hot take time. That's what it means.
Yeah!
Let's get it going. Mero.
Let's just jump out the window.
Yeah.
Let's
Where
go.
are you on our resident all NBA, all-star power forward, Julius Randle?
So I'm not mad at Julius. Here's my take on Julius Randle. Very concisely. He has the tools. He's a very fucking bro. I said this shit on Twitter. You don't make the All NBA team if you're ass, bro. Like first, second, or third. You do not make the All NBA team if you're ass. That's not a political, you know what I mean? Like award.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just like skill based. So he's a really good basketball player. The thing is, all his issues are like mental, bro. Like the body language shit, like the you know what I mean? Like I don't know where he got that fucking Scully from, bro. That Scully looks like I found it in my closet when I was like doing spring cleaning, dog. That shit is like all pilled up. It probably has bed bugs. But like aside from him looking crazy in post games, like it's just about body language, bro. Like if you just high five motherfuckers like 3 more times per game and don't do that like that weird sulky shit that you be doing, like when you don't get a call doesn't go your way or whatever. Like, dog, I need like certain like this is something I was talking about on my Twitch stream last week. There's like 2 handfuls of guys in the NBA, like capital G guys that get calls, that can complain to a ref and not get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like Julius Randle's not one of those guys. Like, I love you, my guy, but you're not a capital G guy. You're a guy, you're like a 2A, like a 2 guy. You know what I mean? So I think if he could get his mind right, he's great. Like, I'm not here like fiending to trade Julius, but that's another thing too. Like, bro, we get a free agent, he performs well, and then it's just like, all right, flip him for like the next thing. Like, relax. Like, when are we, as Knicks fans, as a community of Knicks fans, when are we gonna chill and just let shit happen? You know what I mean? Like, instead of being like, people already talk about Joel Embiid.
Oh man.
Like, can we stop? Like, we played with house money all season. Like, anybody in this StreamYard right now, because it's not a Zoom. I want to properly name the software. I don't want to miss software to software. You know what I'm saying? Anybody in the StreamYard that says, yo, I expected to make the Knicks to make the second round of the playoffs is lying. You know what I mean? Like, we started this season, we were like, bro, we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to either end up in the lottery or have another weird, fluky playoff run. You know what I mean? And we had a real playoff run with a real guy, Jalen Brunson, who I feel is like, you know, the next guy. But, you know,
your guy that you presented an award to.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to answer your question, I'm not out on Julius. I like Julius. I just think he needs to get tweaked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, you know how people go to like.
I think Julius Randle needs to smoke more weed.
That part. He needs to smoke more weed because they don't really test you like that in the NBA. And if they do, it's just like, yo,
they said yeah. Commissioner Silver made the call in the next CBA. They're gonna stop it.
There you go. Bang! See, so J.R. Smith never had to smoke all that K2. See, like, could have still been in the league.
J.R. Smith wasn't smoking K2. Let's be
real. allegedly. But now, like, I'm not out on Julius. I just need him to understand that he is like the second guy. You know what I mean? He's not a capital G guy. You know what I mean? And that's what I got from watching this Miami Heat series. Jimmy Butler is a guy. You know what I mean?
Fucking insane.
Even when he's not on, he's still a guy because you got to pay attention to him.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Like, there was that game we played in Miami where like Julius and Butler this was like in the regular season. They like had a little back and forth, but you can just tell like the energy is so different. Like Butler is like, that's actually who he is. And I feel like when Julius gets into that mode, he's just like unhinged. And honestly, Julius just has like the weirdest energy at all times. I've like noticed this year. His like main thing that he likes to do when he gets an and one is to like use his head to like headbutt into somebody else's chest. He does that with like a lot of guys. He does that with like Hartenstein all the time. And I'm just like what's going on here?
What are you, a puppy?
Yeah, and like you're talking about the Scully. I gotta say, I was very impressed with Julius this year. I'm pretty sure that man did not have anybody touch his hair the entire season. I was very impressed by that.
He was on a natural journey. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that was impressive. And I enjoyed it. But like, yeah, no, Julius is. He's if nothing else, it's been a very wild roller coaster.
It is something that people like, we talk about like, especially mostly for younger players, like, right. Oh, how can they develop? What are they going to come back with after the off season? Yep. In terms of upside and all that. But with Julius, it's like, all right, he went on this really like a mental health journey. Like they've written a lot about the guy who helps him out with that. And you see him meditating and all that shit right before the game. And I feel like most of the season it worked, especially compared to the last season. I think with the playoffs, with the injuries, with the pressure, it probably didn't work as well. But, maybe he gets better at it next year, right? Like, shit. Yeah. And that's a legit argument.
Yeah, bro. That's what I was about to say. Like, the same way, like, if you're like a center and you need to learn some post moves, I'm going to go work out with Hakeem in the offseason. Like, go work out with like Dr. Phil, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, who's the Hakeem of mental health?
You feel me? Like, whoever that is, bro, Kareem, he's always mad stoic and shit. Like, if it's him, go hang out with him, bro. Go to fucking Bora Bora with Hakeem. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, dog, for like a month. Do that. You know what I'm saying? And just chill out. You know what I mean? And come back refreshed, tan and look feeling good.
I need like the live stream of Julius hanging out with Kareem. I need to see that. Like, just
Kareem would probably just be talking about like anti-capitalism shit or whatever.
It's just an hour and a half of them frowning at each other. Not saying shit.
No, to bring it back, like I just am like, I think like the Julius thing, like I as a person, that's exactly what he needs to do. I'm just at the point where I'm like, man, I'm cool with like him as the person Julius Randle. I'm cool with. I'm just like I'm ready. If they can make a good trade, make a good trade. Don't dump him. They don't need to dump him.
Right. Don't be stupid. Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Just make a good trade if it's there. If it's not, it is what it is. But like the roller, it's just funny. Like we'll switch to this, but like you mentioned this. Like you compare Julius, who, like when he's good, Julius is fucking amazing, and his peak on the team, like when he's at his best is better than everybody else on the team. But like we know his lows are also just like they're not just bad for him; they also just like suck the fucking energy out of the team so much. Like
it's catastrophic, dog.
Yeah,
he's like the opposite. So there's guys that when they check in, it's like boost. Like I'm like watching that Heat series. Anytime Hartenstein came into the game, it was like an energy boost. You know what I mean? Like there's certain guys, but then like to your point, man, like when Julius would like turn the ball over, or something bad would happen, he'd get a foul, something. Oh man, fuck, bro.
So fucking dramatic.
Yeah, and then like everybody else on the team was like, "Yo, sorry, bro." He's like, "Nah, get the fuck off me." Nah, like having a tantrum. And I'm just like, bro, I understand you're tight, but like be tight at the ref. Be mad at fuck, you know what I'm saying? Be mad at them. Don't like shove, you know what I mean? And Maddie quickly up. Yo, get out of here, bro. I don't want to hug. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like when my kids are mad at the grocery store because I won't get them like Nutella shit. And like I'm just like, yo, and my wife is like, yo, come here, it's okay. And they're like, no, mom, I want the Nutella cracker thing. Yeah. Like, dog, don't cry over Dunkaroos.
That's what we've talked about this on prior pods, but like, I don't know. It's just so crazy to me that those swings of energy are so strong with him that he'll just lollygag on defense, not the whole game, but like there were times where he would just like not put his hand up. And I'm like, yo, even like the bummiest defenders in the NBA in the playoffs, they might be bums, but they're trying. Because they know it's the playoffs. You got random people like random Nuggets, random Lakers, just like going out swinging.
Jeff Green was
Uncle Jeff Green, who's like 44 years old and like.
Whoa.
Bring me Jeff Green. I can't believe that man has never been on the Knicks.
He's been on like 15 teams and never the Knicks.
Bro, he's been on 2 WNBA teams. He's never been on the Knicks. How? How did you play for the Mystics but you never played for the Knicks? Like, shit's crazy. But yo, I'm like, if you dive for one loose ball, and that's the thing, as Knicks fans, we appreciate like every molecule of effort. Like if you dive for one ball, we're gonna you can ride that shit for a month. You know what I mean? And like show no effort after that. You know what I mean? But it's just like, dog, you like, I don't know, man. Like now I feel like I am the guy on the BQE being like, yeah, let me tell you something, pal. But damn, dog, like try, bro, try. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta say, the guys that call from the car, it's always a baseball conversation. It's never basketball. It's always about like the fifth starter. Like, man.
Let me tell you something. I like the Domingo German kid. I like him. And my grandmother was German.
No, like it's funny the Julius thing, especially look, obviously he was amazing, but then you compare him, obviously like the Knicks go out, they signed Jalen Brunson, and then you presented him his award and everything, which I'm sure you guys had a great time. But like you compare just like one guy is like fucking up and down, and the other dude is just like ice. It's like the same every single game. His bad game is like you can't. Sometimes you can't tell he's having a bad game.
Yes.
It's like, wait, he didn't shoot well from the field today? Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Because it's the same as a good game, just the shots happen to not go in.
To not go, yep.
Like nothing else changes about like the effort, the strategy.
The is consistent. Right. Yeah. But it's just like sometimes it doesn't fall for him. But
which is why sometimes when he scores like 45 points, you're like, oh
shit.
Because instead of making like half of the shots, he makes like 3/4 of the shots. The approach is the same though.
Yo, and I love his game, yo. His game is so like not dependent on like athleticism. It's just the wild like assistant principal LA Fitness game where it's just like mad footwork. You know what I mean? He knows where he is at all times. He knows where everybody else is at all times. Like he'd be diming it like like bro, just yips. Except for that, you know, that one like obviously
that's not on him. That's
that's not on him, bro. He was getting pummeled by the Heat, bro. Like
we know Josh Hart wasn't going to shoot that shit.
Come on.
He was going to pump fake.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna pull it. He was not gonna pull it. I don't know. I have never seen such a gunshot dude in my life since like Ben Simmons. like yo, my man, just shoot it, bro. Like just shoot it. Like you're open, just shoot it. And that was the thing that I feel like killed us. Like I'm just I'm getting mad tangential, but it's just like, dog, can we get like fucking 2 Trent Tuckers on this team, bro? Just like a dude to just like play, bro. Just give me a dude that can hit an open jumper and plays like serviceable defense, bro.
Bring me Derek Harper. Bring me.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just hit your shots, bro. Like the Charles Oakley little 15-footer. Like, just hit that shit, bro. Like, god damn.
But yeah, no, like, dude, Brunson's game is. It's like it's not like I'm not gonna pretend I was like fucking crushing Jalen Brunson tape when he's in Villanova. But like when last year, obviously there was like it started coming, like the rumors started picking up, right? Like, oh, the Knicks are gonna go after Brunson, they're gonna go after Brunson. So I started watching more Mavs games, and when like once I started watching him, I'm like, wait, this dude is like he's got like a really flashy game actually. Like wait,
yeah.
Are we sure that people like do we not get it? And even then, like you don't. I mean, I was like, I'm not sure. You know, he's playing off Luka. Is it the same thing? But like. You know, then he has that 40-point game in the playoffs, and you're like, okay, well, maybe this dude is really fucking good. And then this year, I don't even know. Like, I think even the most optimistic Jalen Brunson fan would have been like, yeah, I guess he's like a superstar. Like, I don't know. He was the only.
It's me. I'm the most optimistic Jalen Brunson fan, and I still am like. One question I was gonna ask you, Mero, is like, you know, like the playoffs. If you could put up these numbers in the playoffs, that's like obviously a big separator. So to me, like even during the season, I was like, wow, this guy's a beast, all-star. I mean, he didn't make the all-star team, but he should have fucking made the all-star team, right? So
fuck exactly. Halliburton. Yeah. Shout out Wally fighting the good
Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday also my son, but come on now. Anyway, like this guy, I feel like before it was like, okay, he's an extremely great part of where we're going. And now I'm like, until we get a top 10 player, we might be entering like build around Jalen Brunson, not like ride the train with Jalen Brunson, but like Jalen Brunson driving the fucking train.
Bro, you said it. Listen, man, this is the equivalent of like what's happening with the Jets right now. Like the Jets had every single piece that they needed. They got good defense. They got some receivers. They got like, you know, all these studs on offense, but they didn't have a quarterback. Your point guard is your quarterback. You know what I mean? Like he's the guy bringing the ball up. He's the guy, like you were saying, like Shwin was saying, like he's ice, bro. Like there was, as a Knicks fan, I'm 40. I turned 40 years old, dog. On May 15th of 2023. You know what I'm saying? I'm officially like super
40
washed. 40 game, we outside, and
I
was like, fam, we inside with the fireplace on. Yo, I have in my entire Knicks fandom, I haven't seen a lead guard that just is like, yo. Everybody, he's like a teacher. You know when a teacher, like a second grade teacher, stands up and is like, "Everybody, look at me, eyes on me," like, and the whole class is going crazy. Ah! But the teacher stands up and is like, "Hey, everybody, if you hear me, clap."
Clap twice.
Clap twice. He just has like that control of like the like it's just gonna sound wild, whatever. But like he has like the control, emotional control of the game, dog. Yeah. Like nobody gets like. Out of sorts, you know what I mean? When he's bringing the ball up, nobody's just like, "Yo, where do I go? What do I do?" Like he's controlling the offense. So I haven't seen that in like years, fam.
Well, I think you could just say you haven't seen that. Like we haven't. Like I was talking with my friend yesterday, but like the 2 best point guards the Knicks had in the 2000s before Jalen Brunson, one of them started eating Vaseline, and the other one is Raymond Felton, who literally is fat. Like
shout out Ray Felton. Ray Felton.
Everybody forgot, like, yo, Raymond Felton has beef with his baby moms, and she was like, yo, he got a gun in the house, y'all. Like, that was such a crazy, like, shit like that will never happen with Jalen Brunson.
That's because Fabulous added him on that track, right? Like, why are you putting his shit out there like that, man?
What is going on here? But yeah, nah, dog. It's like we are starved for like competent point guard play, and like when you get somebody like Jalen, that's just so cerebral is like a dumbass, like it's such like a cliche word to use, but he's so smart and so controlled. Like any other team, any other guard that I've been watching on the Knicks for the past 20 years, when they get in the paint like that and they start doing all that footwork shit that Jalen be doing, I'm like, oh, he's about to travel. Like they're gonna incoming turnover. You know what I mean? Like, and he pulls it off every time. You know what I mean? He's just fully under control at all times, and I love that about him. The Knicks have never had a point guard like this. I know I'm being super like hyperbolic or whatever, but nah,
No,
I'm not.
I think it's like literally the last. They haven't had a great point guard since literally Walcott Frazier, and I guess like Michael Ray Richardson before he started getting into cocaine. But like, I wasn't alive for that anyway. But like, yeah, they just haven't had that. So when you see it, you're like, wait, is this? What is this?
And this is what I'm saying. He's still getting better. Like we saw in like the last part of the season and the playoffs, he started taking pull-up threes more, which, you know, all the other scoring guards do in the league now. And, you know, he didn't need it, but the fact that he can do that shit, like all his 40-point games are like, he takes like 10 3-pointers. He never even did that shit in Dallas. And like, that's what I'm saying. If he's already a beast and he's just dipping his toe in that shit, and that's going to be more regular next year, then we got to like, I'm again, to bring it back to Julius, like, I'm not saying like punt Julius or whatever, but you just pick up the phone, not just for Julius, for literally every fucking buddy, and just see what's there. Don't be stupid, but like see what's there and how so-and-so, XYZ, whatever could just work with Jalen Brunson. Because if the Heat schemed their whole shit to slow down Jalen Brunson, and, you know, we didn't really take advantage. It didn't work. He kept cooking.
Bro, look how they're frying the Celtics right now, dog. Yeah. They couldn't do that to the Knicks. Like, that's why I feel like, the Knicks are the best team in the Eastern Conference. Like, I'll say that with my whole chest right now.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, team-wise. I mean, aside from the Heat, right? Because Eric Spoelstra is like fucking
that's
a sorcerer.
God, and like with hair product.
He's Filipino and God.
He's him and Jimmy Butler are the only reasons that Pat Riley doesn't look like a fucking idiot right now.
What? Pat Riley, listen. Pat Riley better be sending edible arrangements to Eric Spoelstra for every fucking holiday that there is on the calendar, bro. Donut Day, Flag Day, fucking Executive Assistant Appreciation Day. I don't give a fuck what day it is. You better send that motherfucker a edible arrangement, $100 gift card to like Chick-fil-A or some shit, whatever he likes. Because that dude is like coaching. Bro, fuck is Gabe Vincent, fam. Who is that guy? Like, my man, I was like, who? I'm like, bro, this guy looks like he's in a Tubi movie. I don't know who this guy is. Like, and I'm not like a casual, you know what I'm saying? I'm not casual. You know what I mean? Like, I watch League Pass here and there, but I'm like, this is not a guy that's supposed to be dominating in the playoffs.
Haywood Highsmith was getting minutes for the
Heat.
He literally, they didn't play Duncan Robinson the entire season, and then they were just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just throw him out there. Get out there, make it happen. Like, I don't know. That guy is
they've like Zach Lowe was talking about like the Tyler. I sincerely believed like the Tyler Hero injury was a blessing in disguise because he's a trash defender and you can only have one of those guys on the court. So now Duncan can cook.
I gotta say this is why Prez the entire season he was playing with fire, man. He was like, "Oh, Miami sucks. They suck. They don't got anything." And I was like, I don't know, man. Spoelstra.
We still could have. No, I still fucking believe we could have beat the Heat if Tibbs wasn't a fucking dipshit.
Yeah, I believe that too. But this is why I was telling you.
You're right though. I might have towed the ledge a little bit there.
Miami, they're fucking zombies. They will like every time you think they're dead, they just come out like fucking Army of the Walking Dead, and you're like, how are you still here? Go fucking away. Like, just go away, man. I'm so. Like Pat Riley,
they can do that shit versus Jokic, the final boss, then I will fucking take a year off from all Miami slander.
Hey, here's my hot take. I'm jumping out the window with this hot take. Jimmy Butler, I'm gonna put my Russell Westbrook voice on. Jimmy Butler tricked y'all. You know what I'm saying? He just be running around screaming, pumping his fist and shit. He's not really doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? The Heat. I'm saying it right now with my whole chest, and it's not because the Heat beat the Knicks. It is because I watch basketball and I've watched Nikola Jokic. The Denver Nuggets are going to fry the Miami Heat.
Jokic is.
They are.
I don't think that's a hot take,
bro. They're too big. They're too deep. Fam, he did the fucking assistant principal band faculty game 3, dog.
He did it twice. He did it twice yesterday. That shit was crazy.
That's crazy. And I think Draymond said this shit too. Like, bro, for a dude that size, his touch is insane. Like he just be floating the ball into the hoop from any angle, falling away, weird side, like just the craziest shit. And it's like, bro, you're not supposed to be shooting like that.